look how pretty this cover is. It's okay. Welcome to another video. I've been out for a while, as you all know. Right now I am suffering a cold, like everybody else, but I am back, and we're gonna go and review the new Legacy Renew Your Vows, issue 13. Woo! Look how pretty it is! It's not a bad cover. But let's just get into it, because this is a brand new group that it was doing this whole entire series. Okay, here we go. Here's a nicer version of the cover, the redrawing, so forth. It's cute and everything. We could go into detail about that later, but right now we are here to review, and as we know on this channel, I review by drawing, and today we're gonna draw Spiderling's new outfit. Yay! Check it out! Okay, and I guess we can go and set it up right now. We'll just take, I like to use specifically the Prismacolor pen set, so we're going to be using that and whatever other inks I can find. Woo! Alright, let's just, start this bad boy then. So, in that series it starts off like, if you have seen the beginning issues and so forth, because they do like to release previews of it. In the previous preview, we saw like it was Annie finding the sinister sticks and so forth, and then her dad comes out and goes and assists, and that's how and so yeah, you kind of get that story. It's immediately Annie, and she's being all like, I could take down these bad guys, and messes up, and then her dad is suddenly busting in to help her out and does like a whole entire dad thing of language, young lady, which I guess is a reference to the MC2 with Captain America. Actually, that whole entire series tends to always do little tiny tidbits of the MCU and here and there. Even Spiderling's name is kind of a nod to the MCU. Huh, makes you wonder. But anyway, so they're now having to fight the Sinister Six, and suddenly during the battle, Annie's hand goes straight through, I think it was well, she goes through one of the bad guys, I forget which one it was, and suddenly it's revealed to be just a simulation, and she's been training. It's a whole entire training montage with the X-Men. She's in the danger room and was being trained by Wolverine, who comes on out and scolds her for being foolish in the middle of a battle. And so it reveals a little bit about these 8 years that she's been, in the summer she goes to Xavier's Institute to continue her training down there and learn to use her powers. And her dad comes in to go pick her up, and pretty much is still a father figure who is overprotective over his daughter and just runs up and wants to go and help her out about anything, which she gets frustrated over, but she still has a lot to learn. And so it's revealed to be she's not the main focus of the story. It's really Peter. And Peter is worried about how he can connect with his daughter again, I guess. Like she's distant because she's a teenager, and she's got interests in other places. So just during the car ride, he's trying to talk to her, and she's just kind of like doing whatever. She's not really paying attention to him. She's on her phone. And he's realizing there's a little bit of a distance, a gap between them all. And he encourages her that we should do something special together. And she suggests, hey, I heard of this VR theme park. Maybe we can go there, like the theme park, just a whole entire family day with just you, me, and mom. And that sounds sweet, and they're real things. I've seen the VR theme parks, never been to one, but they're a real thing that's hopping around everywhere. So he agrees, except when he and MJ go check it out, it's just not affordable. It's really super expensive, according to them, and they're freaking out about this. And Peter's upset, because he's like, I promised Annie that we were going to do this, and so forth. And even MJ says, well, even so, I can't, it's like, even if we could afford it, I have way too much work on my hands. We can't just put everything on hold for this. But she's a sweet girl. She would probably be very forgiving. And there's a cool part into here that I just want to show you guys. It's absolutely the sweetest thing, which is just a little nonchalant thing. I just kind of like that while he's conversating with MJ, he's doing all these little spider things where he goes and walks on the walls and he jumps everywhere. And this is a thing that I do like, because it's just a happy, delightful little Peter Parker, and he's just, as he's complaining about things, and he's done this before in the comics, and I don't know, it's something I miss. And oh look, MJ's wearing her classic outfit through this all. Like, check it out. the classic first meetup outfit. I just like these little tiny nods. So I guess we'll get back into it. So they can't make it, and MJ encourages him that no matter where they go, as long as they're a family, she will forgive them, and so forth. So they decide they're still going to a theme park, but they're going to go to Coney Island instead, and she's a little bit upset. Rightfully so, because she thought they were going to the other one, to this VR theme park, and Peter tries to be nice about this and so forth. He's like, come on, like, you guys like all that retro stuff and everything. She's not taking it. He doesn't know how teenagers work anymore. And it's great because MJ's scolding him as well. She's like, you have to calm down. You have to calm down about all of this. It's not a big deal. He's like, do you know me? And it's true. Peter's always one to panic. So I love that kind of whole entire interaction. It's him trying to figure out how to please his daughter and still and be part of her life, which is a thing that a lot of people will have issues with teenagers. So, really cute. And then we get into it that they go to one of those prize, hit the ball, like the milk carton, the milk bottle things, and where you hit it, you win a prize. And, of course, Annie wants to try it out. And, of course, her parents are all like, you have superpowers, you gotta remain really, you gotta pretend to be weak, you can't do it too far, you can do a little bit, but you can't do too much. And so they're pestering her with all these, things that she has to do about it, and she gets really frustrated. So she just launches it right at the milk bottles, and she manages to hit a ton, except for the last one, which peeves her to no extent. It's either because of her family's pestering and so forth, or just she still has a lot to learn, which I guess is a mixture of both, that it's not only her family's pestering, it definitely is that she's still inexperienced no matter what, and it frustrates her, and she wants to go and wallop it again, except her parents just jump in before she makes a mess of things and goes, good work, you did so well, wow, we're so proud of you, that's amazing. And so, of course, even though she didn't get all of them, she got pretty close, so they give her one of the, runner-up prizes that you get if you do okay. So she gets to pick from a Tsum Tsum, a little Marvel Tsum Tsum, which is really absolutely adorable. There are all these little Tsum Tsums hanging out of all the different types. There's a Spider-Man, there's Wolverine, there's even a Deadpool in there. And so it kind of also it lets us know of what superheroes still exist in this universe. Still with the cuteness, and not all oh, look at the marketability. But I think it was just to tease her down a little bit. She picks out the Wolverine one. And in the beginning of the series, we do know there's some sort of kinship between her and Wolverine, that he is her teacher. And that he does state in the beginning that he has put a lot of time and effort into her training. So there is that kind of cool kind of mentality that Wolverine plays a big part into this future series, which is nice. Because, you know what, if you read the original stuff of Spider-Man, there is a slight kinship between him and Wolverine in several different regards. Especially that his parents saved Wolverine way back. Kind of cool story. But, oh, we're not talking about that. I'm sorry, I have a cold. Everything's a little bit messy right now, and I'm just trying to hurry this up for you guys. I'm sorry. So, anyway, so she decides to pick the Wolverine little plushie, and her dad's like, really? Really, that guy? Out of everything? And she goes, oh, please. It'll be cute. He'll freak out if the one look at his face about this, and that'll be funny. And so Peter agrees, yeah, that would be hysterical to watch his face freak out about that. And then, but before they can talk any more about this, suddenly we get one of the best pictures in this whole entire thing. The new artist for this is a really nice guy. And, where's his name? His name is on here. Nick Roche is just amazing with this. He's the most enthusiastic guy about this, and that's what we need. But he's done a lot with the Transformers, so a lot of Transformers artists love him. And I was told, oh, he can draw some of the craziest stuff. You're gonna love it. And this proves it, right here. Look at that. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh yeah, here's the plushies. Look at that. That's really cute. He's got all those cute ones and everything. And I do like some of the pictures that he's drawn on the people, except I think he puts a little bit too much detail into Peter. for my liking, but look at that. Oh, that is just gorgeous. All the detail, but not too much. It has it on all the right places. He looks very, very menacing. And his movements are perfect of him just coming out and grabbing right at you. It's like every bit of detail. I would love to see him draw Venom. Oh, that is just really nice and on point. So yeah, so everybody freaks out and he's just menacing the whole entire carnival. And so the family decides to slip right into action. And so like everybody suits up and they go and head out to go and fight the bad guy. And that's about it. It starts off and it's hinting that there's going to be more in the part 2, and from what I know about this is going to be a 3 to 4-parter story, kind of like in the beginning how we had a 4-part mini story to start up Renew Your Vows. So I guess it's going in that kind of montage kind of feel. And I'm going to go and tell you it was a pretty good run. It was way better. I know it was still good, the previous issue 12, but this was way better. I think the art just helps. This guy is really enthusiastic, and I could see it. I mean, yeah, like, I guess you could complain that he's no Ryan Stegman, but it was like, no, nor was Level. Ryan Stegman is a much higher level artist than the others is, and I don't know if we're ever going to get that again. But Nick is really good. He's incredibly enthusiastic. You can see it in his work. He is loving his stuff, and the writing is pretty good. And I hope it continues to go in a really fun motion and so forth. It's not bad. It could be better, but it's way better than what we've had in the past. I mean, seriously, the last 2 issues were completely rushed and pushed around, and this one doesn't seem to be as much. I mean, I would like it to have more action and so forth. It's a lot of talking and other stuff, but we're going to get right into the action in the next issue, so I'm very forgiving about that, especially when they're having to build up all this other stuff that has been happening. Kind of reminds me of the Sunday newspaper strip of Spider-Man, which I do read often. It's kind of like that with little tiny conversations, little adventures here and there. Do check that one out. It's really fun. I don't know how to explain it, but it's still got the light-hearted Spider-Man feel, which this series does possess, which is something I think all of us are missing right now in our stuff. So I think we are all set with that. And this is, by the way, this is Annie's new symbol. Oh, I did. I could do a little bit better next time. But here you go. Hope you enjoyed. And do check out this series if you're interested. And have a good one.